Hello, my name is Joe, and welcome to another edition of Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where I'm playing Planetbase, the outer space building and economy simulation game, where you land on various different planets and try to build manageable little colonies. And I'm going through the challenges in Planetbase, and the last time I tried the frozen cage, I managed to kill my whole colony in 10 minutes, so let's see if we can last longer than 10 minutes this time. So, I'm working my way up to the Dark Moon, which is where my final achievement is. So I'm looking forward to that, but got to get through the frozen cage to do it. All right, while traveling to your next assignment, the life support systems in your vessel have broken down and you've been forced to perform an emergency landing on the nearest planet. You are unsure of what awaits you there, but the only chance of survival seems to be to try to communicate with base station and hope for a rescue. All right, last time my colonists didn't fare so well in this challenge. I'll try to do better, guys. Believe in me? Okay, we have to wait for the little parade to come out, and everyone's like, hey, we're so happy to be here. We managed to land successfully on the planet. And I'm like, yep, and I am hoping that you don't immediately die. I will try. I will try not to have you all die. All right, let's get building quickly. I learned a lesson the last time. I still believe that the one thing I did correctly the last time is we start with power collection and lots of it. Whoops, oh, it says no. Probably too close to the ship. Okay, there we go. So, water and power. Just as quickly as these guys can get it all put together. Not only that, but here, we'll go ahead and we'll queue up our other construction because, well, like I said, I learned a lesson the last time. I didn't have any shelter for everyone, and, well, of course, it didn't really matter. I mean, sure, there was a blizzard outside and it was really terrible, but everyone died of asphyxiation anyways because I didn't have the services for them to come in and get some oxygen. So we're going to really try hard not to have that happen this time. Promise. I want you all to live. Okay, there are all kinds of things that we have to have here. So I will go ahead and set up the minimum services. Oh, good grief, and of course the... Alright, let's kill this. We're not generating any power, of course. Oh, here comes the wind. Alright. Yeah, I didn't get the oxygen up and running fast enough the last time, and so everybody asphyxiated. So I'm just going to hope. Yeah, that's my plan, is to hope that we can get things going. Oh, and here, let's go ahead and bring up water extraction so we can start generating oxygen and be able to get everybody into the colony. is the oxygen fall? Oh, because we're connecting sections, and oxygen has to go to them as well. All right, we'll just worry about getting everybody inside in order to get them away from the elements. Now, normally with a command center, you could order the colonists to enter, but I don't have that. So what I'm going to do is hopefully they'll come in for oxygen and for shelter, and then I'm just going to lock the airlock behind them so that they can't get out. So otherwise, I can't trust that they'll be smart enough to stay inside the colony. Okay, on the plus side, this will provide plenty of power, so that gamble pays off. As soon as we can get our people inside here, got this one guy, this engineer, and a bot outside. At least he's got plenty. Well, no, he's only half on his oxygen, so he needs to get in. He's going to take the most stupid route possible in order to get into the colony as he fights the elements. Now, hopefully nobody else tries to jump out the airlock during the blizzard. I know everybody's tired. I know you want beds and other facilities. In fact, you know what? Since we don't need them at the moment, let's go ahead and shut down these other facilities. The only thing that needs to operate right now is the oxygen generator. I need to get this guy inside. Come on, go. And as soon as he goes in that airlock, we shut the airlock down so that they can't open it. It sucks. They're going to be hungry. They're going to be thirsty. There's nothing I can do about it at the moment. Because in order to get the bioplastics, in order to put up other facilities, they would have to go back outside to the ship, and they would tear themselves up, and I don't want that to happen. Since the blizzard is providing a lot of power for our wind turbine, this is why I went ahead and skewed towards a large power collector just in case something like this happened. So I want to be able to capture all the power possible. This, even at full capacity, as you can see, this wind turbine does not generate a lot of power. All right, so we're going to shut this off. The airlock is basically effectively locked, and so now we have this engineer in here, but now he's basically hurt, and he really needs to be able to rest, but I have no facilities available for them until the blizzard is over, so they can go out, get bioplastics from the ship, and build some beds. So with what we have left, we need to start producing starch so that we can create more bioplastics. Yeah, this might be a little rough for a bit. I wanted to go ahead and take the hit and give them a large cabin, but maybe I should not have. Every bioplastic counts. Well, of course, we can still recycle the ship for additional materials. But I need for this blizzard to end. It looks like it's thinning out. Oh, and while we're waiting for the blizzard to end, we can at least queue up. Oh, blizzard's over. All right, let's go ahead. We'll power up the airlock. Biodome. So I know what we need. We need a bed, at least one. We're also going to need water. Okay, let's see. Starch production. That's very important. Wow, you know what? As much as I want to, I don't think we have enough capacity for all this stuff, so. Might have to get by, and I hate to say it, on wheat for the moment. Well, you know what? Here, maybe two wheat pads. Because there's one other structure that is absolutely critical, and that's going to be a processing plant. Without this, the colony dies. In fact, since the blizzard just ended, I'm going to go ahead and just go bonkers here. Oh, actually, you know what? There's enough bioplastics coming out of the ship that, yeah, why not? Let's just go crazy here. We'll need some form of entertainment to keep the colonists from going absolutely stir crazy. We're going to have to hot rack it for a while. I want to make sure that we have enough bioplastics for everything else that the colony needs before investing too heavily in other stuff. Oh, and let's get that drill bot to work. So we need mining facilities, and we need them yesterday. Let's see, I'm trying to see how close I can get it to the airlock, and this appears to be as close as it will go. So the drill bot will get to work as soon as this mine is in place. And that's where the processing plant comes in handy, because it will process all the metals and starches into bioplastics that we are able to get from these various different raw materials. Okay, good. The water fountain is up, so now all our thirsty colonists can come in and get some water. Okay, well, don't have that many beds, but like I said, I just want to make sure we have enough bioplastics because we're about to put up a processing plant. Now that the ship has been recycled, let's see, can we get the processing plant any closer? I was trying to keep everything as close as possible to the oxygen generator, but I guess not. Well, although I could recycle our... you know what, here's a thought. I know it seems a little wasteful, but what we'll do is put another power collector over here. Make this connection here, and then we'll be able to recycle this one, and that way the processing plant can be connected directly to the oxygen generator. The problem is that since the oxygen is being generated here at the generator, it flows out to the various different areas. And so the further you are away from it, I mean, I could connect it over here, but then it has to flow through this area here. And so in times of intense activity, we could actually reach situations where the processing plant has low oxygen, and so then the colonists have to evacuate the area until such time as it's replenished. I'm trying to avoid that kind of a situation. Okay, looks like the drill bot and worker are in here busy. Bad part is that there's all this power in here, and I don't want to lose it. But there's no way to simply transfer power from one collector to another. At least not that I'm aware of. Whoops. Uh-oh. Time to go inside. Well, these guys are going to work until the bitter end. Unfortunately, all these supplies are on the surface, and they're going to be damaged by the storm. There's nothing I can do about that, though. Well, as long as these guys want to shelter inside the mine, that's fine with me. I'm just hoping that nobody else decides, hey, I'm hungry, let me go outside and get a meal and hurt myself. It's like, no, stay inside. It looks like we're going to have to, whoops. Oh, you know what? Gotcha. I saw him diving for the airlock. Oh, and he made it out. He made it out, going to mine. Dang it, I thought I was able to stop him. Well, he's motivated. This is why I wanted the mine to be as close as possible to an airlock, just in case we had situations like this. Alright, well, on the plus side, let's see. Is he replacing the worker that's there? Maybe I can just keep this airlock shut off to keep anybody else from diving outside. I mean, as long as they're all sheltered in the mine, that's fine by me. I'm just watching to make sure. I don't want this guy who's like, oh, you're here to tag me out? Okay, let me go ahead and go outside. It's like, no, stay in the mine. Stay in the mine and work. Be safe. Let the blizzard pass. Oh, you know, and since we don't need the power at the moment, we will shut that off. Currently there's no food, so there's no reason for anybody to have a canteen running. Oh, and good, the blizzard is over, so power things back up. If you guys are hungry, go ahead and grab a meal and be happy. Oh, here is the bad part. Do we go cold turkey? I hate to get rid of all this power, but that would be the way to do it. Oh, this is painful. Well, there goes our power reserves. But at least currently the wind is... Oh, of course, as soon as I do that, the wind is going to die on us. Well, you know what? We have some metal on the surface. Let's go ahead and make an executive decision. And we will put up a power collector. Provided it will allow me to. I'm just doing a little Planetbase trickery in order to get things moved. So that... there we go. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll skew towards a larger solar array. Because I'm guessing that this planet gets less light. That's why it's frozen. So we can go ahead and move the metal that was recycled here. And so as the sun comes up and... oh, well, I guess the wind's picking up back again. Just want to make sure we don't run out of power. We need to get that power collector charged before sundown. This also helps to move things out of the way so that we can put up our processing plant. I hated getting rid of all that power. But we need the processing plant, like I said, here and connected. So that we can take advantage of having the medium oxygen generator here at this location. Oh, good, we're generating vegetables. All right, then that means it is time. Time for our first meal maker. Oh, those things sound really close. Please don't follow my colony. We're trying to survive here. Well, it's a good thing. It looks like the mine is turning out to be very productive. So shortly, once the processing plant is up, we shouldn't have any problems with metal. Also, we do have starch available and food being generated, so it should be okay there too. We're just about fully self-sufficient. The one last thing we probably need, well, two things, is we'll need a laboratory in order to produce medicinal plants. Well, no, actually, I think we can produce medicinal plants in a biodome, but I went with a small one because resource constraints at the time. We can always recycle and put up another in the future. Might have to do exactly that. But for now, let's see. Bioplastics processing, and most importantly, metal. Okay, now that the meal maker has been produced, we can start loading that up with vegetables. Looking at how many bioplastics we have available, I think we have enough for that tomato pad so that we can get more vegetables produced. There's plenty for the of ore to be processed into metals, so as soon as we get this ore processor up, we'll be able to get to work on that. So I think the processing plant's going to be pretty busy as well. Good, and it looks like we have the bioplastics we need. Let's go ahead and we'll round out. Let's see, what would be good? Oh, good grief, again. Yeah, we would need a medicinal pad and a lab in order to produce medical supplies, plus a sick bay in order to treat people. Okay, well, at least they're going into the shelter of the mine. For everyone else, I'm just going to go ahead and shut the airlock down. I don't want anyone else going outside. Oh, that's good. As you can see, the power collector is just about full. We should probably put up another one. Power never goes out of style. And it looks like we have enough metal to do so. So as soon as this storm abates itself, we'll go ahead and we'll put up another large power collector. We never know when we might potentially have a situation where we need the power and it's not available for generation, that is. So I'd like to have as much reserve as I can. Plus, we also have these meteorites all over the place. If our one and only power collector goes down and we're not generating power, that could be bad too. I'm also looking at this power connection. If this was hit, everyone would be locked in the colony and suffocate. We need to have an alternate connection. Well, in that case, maybe the sick bay should go here to be able to provide an alternate, hoping to fit it in here. It feels like this area in the middle is kind of wasted space, but oh well. So we're going to have minimal medical services here. We'll also have to figure out some place to stuff a lab. Okay, we'll go ahead and open the door up so you guys are free to go outside again. Alright, so what is our final... Well, for now, let's make it lettuce. Wow, this mine is being very productive. That's good. But I would really like to get someone to work in the processing plant. So let's go ahead and prioritize that, because I think all the workers are spending time in the mine here. We have a drill bot to do this, so I really need someone to come to the processing plant. The workers can man the processing plant, or they can work in the mine, either way. But the processing plant takes priority at the moment. Our medic is idle. Well, we'll see if we can't fix that. I'd like to get the medical supplies off the surface. As long as they're out here being exposed, they're being damaged. Now, one little quirk about Planetbase is that when supplies are on the surface, as soon as they're brought in, somehow they regenerate, and it's Planetbase logic for you. So we'll see that as we put up the sick bay and provide medical supply storage. This will induce the, there we go, plenty of oxygen. So here we'll put up a medical cabinet, and this gives us storage for all the medical supplies. As soon as that cabinet is there, the call will go out, bring all medical supplies in from the surface. And once they are brought in, we will see that the medical supplies basically regenerate once they're inside. I still can't get anyone to work in the processing station here. Come on, the plant needs... Well, it looks like someone was working for a little while. These guys. Okay, I was wondering if maybe we had enough space for vegetables. Apparently we do. People are eating everything. In fact, I'm getting a little concerned. now that the medical cabinet is up, we will bring in all the medical supplies from the surface. Oh no! We don't have enough water. That cannot happen. You know what? Here, we will shut this down in order to make water available for the biodome. Everyone's just going to have to go hungry. Alright, apparently I'm not producing enough water. I should have gone with the larger unit. Oh well. Someone will have to go out and put that together. Hopefully a blizzard does not strike while we're in the middle of doing that. Oh, that's right, we can speed time up. Alright, let's see a day in the life of medical supply. So this medical supply is about to be picked up and brought into storage. Well, eventually. There should be room for it. Oh, this cabinet only holds 4. Never mind. Oh, great. The constructor bot went out there, broke down, and the blizzard is striking. Of course. Perfect timing. Well, at least there are no more meals on the surface to induce people to go out there and just hurt themselves. It's all about the mining right now. Oh! Impact on connection. Hopefully nobody died. Oh, this guy's eating in here even though the place is powered off. Well, let's power it back up for him. Wow, that's a close one. I've actually had it to where I had a full berthing compartment full of colonists, and it got bullseyed by a meteorite, and they all died. Yeah, go to airlock. Just go to the airlock. Guys, where are you going? Why are you coming outside, going to mine? Well, at least we finally have somebody processing metal. Okay, well, that's all over. Those blizzards make me nervous. Okay, so let's get a bed up here, and looks like we are just hanging on food production. Now, it took a little while in order to get up to full speed. You know, one thing I haven't checked is the personnel that we have. Here we go. We have 2 biologists. We could probably get away with a larger biodome than we have available. Now, the good thing about the bed here in the sick bay is that in the event that someone feels bad, they can lay in the bed, and if it's like a minor injury, the bed just like magically heals them. If it's more serious, we have medical supplies available in the cabinet here. Although we still have a medical supply sitting on the surface, getting beat up. I was debating committing a. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Well, since the cabinets only hold 4 and there was 5, we'll go ahead and we'll burn one more bioplastic so we have a second cabinet, and that will finally give us space to pull the the final medical supply off the surface. So again, earlier I was mentioning that when items are brought off the surface, they sort of just magically heal, and we're going to see an example of that here in a moment. So our carry bot is bringing in our medical supply. It'll go stuff it in the cabinet there. And then once it gets in the cabinet, that's where the magic happens. So you'll see what I mean. So we still have it selected, and yoink, it goes into the cabinet, and then it's like magic. It's already regenerating. So just by bringing things that are damaged in, I guess somehow they get repaired. Planetbase logic. So I want to get what we have on the surface inside soon. So in order to do that, I need to have a storage dome available. So the smallest storage dome I can build would be, what, yeah, 2x2. That would probably be enough to get things inside. Yeah, food is still a problem. I want to build a storage dome, but a biodome might be more critical at the moment. In fact, I know it is. The problem is that if I just build a small one, then we're right back to the same problem. I'd like to build at least a medium, but it'll require supplies that I don't have. Well, survival of the colony is paramount. So it's going to be ugly. It's not what I want to do, but let's go ahead and we'll temporarily put up another small biodome here. Oh no, not a blizzard. No, 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 no. I don't go on the surface. Cancel. Go back inside. Guys, go back inside. Oh, good grief. Is it this gigantic parade? What are you guys on a train that you can't just... I can't just stop you? Go back inside. Is there anybody in the mine? Yeah, there's a drill bot. Alright, I am shutting that airlock off so that we can keep anybody else from diving out the... Oh, he was already in there. I can't stop him. Guys, the mine is full. We have plenty of materials in here. The ore's not even getting processed anyways. You know what? I know how to get the ore processed. Basically shut the mine down. Alright, as soon as the blizzard is over, we will power the mine down because, well, unfortunately, we are not focusing on what we need to. we totally need another power collector. Look at this thing. Oh, you know what? And since we have another water extractor, that means we can recycle this one. It only gets us back 1 unit of metal, but hey, that's one more than we had before. Also, since we seem to be doing so well in extracting ore, let's go ahead and we'll increase our production. Oh, good. There was actually metal inside, ready and waiting, probably from the other metal processor. Yeah. Come on, Blizzard. Abate. Got stuff to do here. Ah, these things are pretty darn frequent. Okay, it looks like we're all done. Alright, so open back up. Putting workers to work. Alright, since we have another metal processor that's open, this induces colonists and robots to go and grab the ore that's available and fill that thing up. In a way, the processors can actually act as kind of like de facto storage for things. Yeah, the workers seem to really like going to the mine. Even though I prioritized processing, they don't seem to care. Oh, you know what we need? Come to think of it, since we had the little scare with the water earlier, and it's not very expensive, we need a water tower. You know what? These aren't very tall. Maybe with a little Planetbase shenanigans, maybe we can dig our way through here. Let's see if it lets me get away with it. All right. First of all, here, let's go ahead and we will shut down the mine. I want everybody inside. Yeah, for one thing, I'd like them to concentrate on ore processing. Come on, get that bot going. Blizzard could happen at any moment. Okay, now the bot is inside, we're going to go ahead and lock the door. Basically, everybody is locked inside the colony. This way they don't react to the shenanigans I'm about to do. So, what are these shenanigans? Well, I'm basically queuing up building that I have no intention of actually doing. And the reason for that is that sometimes it will allow me to dig out the terrain, and it's just like a weird little Planetbase thing. Planetbase doesn't offer facilities to say, well, let me invest in terrain terraforming, but it does allow you to reshape the landscape if you declare that you want construction there. So I'm like, I want construction here. Oh, but I changed my mind. And you can just keep doing that, nibbling it away until you could break through this barrier, because it's not high enough to prevent us from digging it out. And I just pick various different shapes here to see which ones will allow me to cut into there the most. So sometimes it's the wind turbines, but it will vary. Come on, I'm trying to... Actually, you know what? Here, let's just try some more mines, I guess. I'm thinking of a mine here, and let's see. It won't allow you to extend out another connection until you can declare what it is that you're going to connect it to. So I'll say, oh, I'm going through here, and therefore... And see, here's the nice part, is that it cuts things out in order to make that quote-unquote connection, but then does not replace them. After you say, oh, I changed my mind. Okay, we're still not close enough to make a connection. So, like I said, the one cheap piece that will do that is the mine, since the mine allows you to get close. But here, I'm trying to get rid of this. So now that we've made enough progress, we can start hollowing this out and make bigger and bigger pieces, which in turn clear more area around them. I know, this is very, very cheesy, but hey, it's a game mechanic, I'll use it. Trying to see what the largest thing I can... Oh, look at that. That'll make a connection now, huh? Let's see, where was it? I hate that, where it's like... There we go. A nice magical little place. Ta-da! And see, that cleared a whole lot of area right there. Alright, you know what? Here, we'll do it this way. And then cut through it, and, you know, so forth and so on. So it's like death by 1,000. Well, I was going to say cuts, but in this case, pretend construction. Oh, that was bad. On the turbine, huh? Are we out of power? Okay, well the turbine is down, but we still have power apparently. Alright, let's get out there and fix that thing, please. You know what, that was why I was looking at making an alternate connection here for... Oh no, a blizzard is imminent. This was probably a bad time for that to happen. And I just let the... I didn't get any notice at all. Thanks a lot. Alright, do we have any shenanigans up here? No, good. I don't want anyone else going outside. Repair that turbine and get back inside the colony. In fact, I probably didn't need to let him go out in the first place because we had plenty of power stored up. Wish it was that easy to repair wind turbines in real life. Oh, and it looks like we have just about all of our ore processed. So as soon as the blizzard is over, we can reopen the mine. Now, we had a scare earlier on food as it got a little bit low, but it looks like we're okay. All right, we'll go ahead and we'll close this door. And again, back to the shenanigans. Well, actually, maybe we've accomplished what I was hoping to already. The idea was to be able to build a water tower out here, and we can do that. Also, I would like to have additional power collection so that, you know what, here, we'll kind of use this in order to carve out some more space. Because I see a lot of power being generated that we are not keeping, and I don't like that. And I also want to find an alternate place to connect to the colony so that there is not just one. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should have done that over here. Well, here, let's see. We can find out. See if this one metal wasn't here. Tell you what, here, we'll go ahead and we'll cancel this. Because what I'm thinking is that if we have a water tower here, then that can provide alternate power connection into the colony. Just in case a meteorite were to, say, bullseye this connection, I don't want people to be locked in the only airlock with no power and no way to get out, and then everybody suffocates and dies. Because this is our single point of failure right here. This could kill the colony if it were bullseyed by a meteorite. Of course, watch, I'll say that, and that's exactly what will happen. Okay, looks like our blizzard is over. Let's go ahead and fire the mine back up. We have another power collector queued. We have plenty of metal on hand in order to do it. So that should induce everyone to pile out and pitch in. I'm also thinking about all of these supplies that are still on the surface. Okay, good. Now that that one metal has been moved, let's take a look. Yes, now that the metal is out of the way, we can go ahead and have that water tower, And this will help just in case there's over demand on the system, and it'll kind of go up and down based on water availability. This gives us a bit of a buffer in case of issues. Also, in the event that a meteorite bullseyes the water extractor, again, we'll have a buffer that's directly attached to the colony so that we can get by for at least a little while until, everything runs out of water. So the last thing we want is for everything in the biodome to die. Vegetables seem to be backing up in the biodome. One way to get around that is to put up some, additional meal makers. They have basically two functions. Primarily, of course, well, they make meals, but secondary is they provide vegetable storage. Well, not just vegetables, meats as well if we have them. Okay, our last resource has arrived. Now we just need engineering support in order to get it put together. One of the other nice things about having multiple meal makers is that if there's a bit of a run on the canteen where everybody decides that they're hungry at the same time, which can happen, you don't have people waiting around to be fed. There should be plenty of meals on hand for everybody. However, one issue is that we do need to have more seating if we're going to have more meals. So I'm going to go ahead and recycle this. And the drinking fountain as well. The drinking fountains will fit in the same space with a meal maker, but the 4-person table will not. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Maybe we could fit a drinking fountain there. Let's see. I don't think it will fit. Oh, I stand corrected. Apparently you can. No, I was right. Good. Okay. I was thinking that the 4-person table takes up its entire quarter of the canteen, and I was right. So this way we have basically additional vegetable storage. This also gives us a buffer. So like I said, if there's a run on the canteen, we have plenty of facilities generating meals simultaneously so that hopefully nobody goes hungry. Okay, the mine is back to work producing ore. We basically consumed all the metal. Oh, and we are filling up the water tank, so in case we have any problems with water availability. Let's see, we haven't gotten to the point where, yeah, we're currently discharging. So we do have sun, so we are generating power, but we're short on wind. But next blizzard that shows up, that'll kind of take care of itself. I didn't have any, that's why I was watching this guy's production. I wanted to call him inside. I didn't have any indicators that, here, we're going to go ahead and shut this. I don't want anyone diving out the airlock. I just had a gut feeling that a blizzard was coming. I didn't have any indicators or any kind. I thought, these things seem to come rather regularly, so probably due for one soon. And I was hoping that the Drillbot would get to 100%, I would shut down the mine and send him back inside so that the blizzard wouldn't catch anyone outside. At least the Drillbot is being productive inside the mine, so he's not exposed to the elements. And we're generating power here. Although this power collector is still pretty lonely. Our one lonely wind turbine just doesn't seem to be cut in. Oh, and we are discharging. I think we need additional wind turbines. We've expanded, and I guess we just have too many services in order to be able to cut it. At least we have a sizable buffer. So. On the plus side, minerals are being processed into metals right now. So, here, let's see. Let's go ahead and we'll queue it up so that as soon as the blizzard is over, we can go ahead and send colonists out to build another wind turbine. And we'll make this one a big one. I'm trying not to build it too far from the airlock so that they'll be able to get out to the surface, service it, and then get back inside in fairly short order. Oh, right, please stay away. It's probably another shower that's coming through here, so let's see what direction it decides to go. Hopefully it doesn't bullseye a cabin full of people sleeping. Alright, all the bioplastics that can be produced have been produced, although we do still have some starch available, so it's kind of interesting with the these processors. Once they have completed their processing, they'll just sit there and they don't take them out and then go grab some more starch and like throw it in a corner somewhere. It'd be nice if they did. Yeah, you want to pick them up and take them outside, but the door is locked. They're like, what do I do? Joe won't open the airlock. Well, it's for your own good, because you're a fool. Yeah, on the plus side, the blizzards are so frequent on this planet that we can just basically get by on wind power, I think. I mean, we have the solar just to fill in the gaps here and there, but I think we'll be able to get by with just one solar array, and the rest will just have to be wind power. Okay, so we can go ahead and open up here. Meanwhile, this drill bot has been happily working away in the mine the whole time. Ah, I love bots. Oh, and since we seem to have bioplastics aplenty, let's finally give the colonists some more beds. Okay, we're out of room. This will give them a reason to take the bioplastics out of the processor and put them to good use. You know, I was thinking of bringing these inside, but if they're going to be right here by the turbine that needs them, hey, maybe it's not a bad spot. They don't seem to be deteriorating fast enough for me to be too concerned. Although, at some point, I am going to have to make more spare parts here. Now, we're fortunate we haven't had any mining accidents as yet. Our medical supplies typically will be consumed by miners getting hurt in the mine, which does happen, and until they're healed, they won't do any work. They'll just mope around. It's like, I'm hurt. Help me. But they'll continue to consume food, you know, oxygen, water. They won't work. Right, the big turbine is going up. This should help with finally putting some power into this other power collector, which has been very sad and lonely and empty all this time. Now, of course, as soon as it goes up, the wind dies. Well, the wind will be back. We've seen that for a fact. Oh, the other meal makers seem to be doing their job. So I guess part of our problem with meal scarcity earlier was the meal makers can only process meals at a specific rate, period. And nothing's going to make them go faster, and so people would just have to be hungry while the meal maker is doing its job. So this way, by pitching together, we should have plenty of meals for all the colonists. We have plenty of beds for all the colonists. I guess we can now start thinking about putting up those radio antennas. And the good thing is that we're only at 6 days. All right, well, it took a little while to at least get to the point where we're not on the verge of instant death, and it could still happen if one of these... Oh, there we go. Power. Oh, come on! I found another weakest link. Shoot, this is the only thing that's keeping that airlock open. Great. Bullseyed it. There goes all the stored power. Well, thank goodness for the wind turbine here. Yeah, being connected to the airlock made sure that the airlock didn't lock. That was the nightmare scenario I was worried about. Shoot. All right, so we need another power collector that doesn't connect through... crud. Well, you know what? I know a way to get around that. Let's see. Oh, there we go. All right, so more links. So the idea here is that if this link goes down, power can reroute, hopefully. And that way we can use power from both collectors. That's provided they're both full. So get to work, guys. I need both the collectors to have power. Unfortunately, the way things work, I believe only one collector at a time will fill, and so I have to fill one before it gets onto the other one. So we lost all that power because the other collector was empty, and the one that was full got bullseyed. So, lesson learned. Ouch. Alright, let's see. Well, I was just going to say, looking at the time, and now that the colony is okay and not on the verge of death, of course, that's at the point Planetbase is like, oh, really? You said you want death? Well, here it comes from the sky. I was going to say this is a good spot to go ahead and end this video here. I try to keep these from getting too long. Join me next time here on Joe's Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where we'll continue with the Frozen Cage Challenge to see if we can survive on this frozen planet, which absolutely does want to kill us. Here, let's see. Oh, that's right. We just have this one connection to make, and it's about that time for a blizzard again. So you know what? I don't know. I just have a feeling. Why don't we all go inside, please? Oh yeah, he wants to get that ore. Because by golly, at least once when this blizzard shows up, I want to have everyone, robots, people, everybody inside, and not allow it to get anyone. And it's been a minute, so it should be about that time. Let's give it a moment. Let's see if the blizzard will show up. It's just a matter of time. Let's see, how are we doing? Ore processing. Got a couple of ore units to process. We have a couple of starch to process too. Good, good. Everybody has beds. Everybody has food. Oh, since we still have... oh, and here is the blizzard. Ta-da! Gotcha, blizzard. Everybody's inside and safe. You can't get my people. You know what? We're even going to use the one bioplastic we have available, and we're going to craft the notorious Happy Plant. After all, I don't want people in my colony to get depressed because if they're all mopey, they won't work. For some reason, you're able to make plants with a blowtorch in Planetbase, and as you can see, this plant makes people happy. So that's the purpose of the Happy Plant. Okay, now is a good spot to go ahead and end this video here. So we have our airlock powered down so that nobody can get out and hurt themselves, because they're pretty dumb in Planetbase. I always love the colonist logic, or lack thereof. Meanwhile, we have our wind turbines powering up our secondary power collector so that hopefully we can take advantage of this blizzard. And like I said, nobody, whether colonists or robot, is on the surface to be hurt. It's a good day. Join me next time here on Joe Super Fantabulous PC Gaming Channel, where we'll have more fun in Planetbase as we play through the Frozen Cage. See you next time.